Welcome to Aired Out, brought to you by Capitol Showplace Montpelier and Paramount Theater Barrie. At FGBtheaters.com, CW Print and Design in Barrie, at CWPrintDesign.com, Peak Entertainment, PeakDJ.com, Cruise Planners, your land and cruise experts. In Vermont, CruisePlanners.com, Donnybrook Fight Promotions of Williamstown, CBDCrave.com. Presented by CVTV, Public Access Channel 192 and 194, CVTV723.org, Fontaine, Forestry, and Millworks, Route 14 East Montpelier. Custom orders, rough, kiln dry, plain, tongue and groove, or shiplap. FontaineMillworks.com and Fly on the Wall Productions. Now, let's get aired out.
Back in the second half of Aired Out Wednesday night. JD Green, thank you so much for grabbing the link tonight and checking the channel out on YouTube. Thanks to Abubakar and Tony Campos here at Central Vermont Television, and Mark Fontaine, Fontaine Forestry and Millworks on Route 14, our presenting sponsor. I have Chuck Barney with me, who is the chair of the Barre Area Veterans Council. He is my guest this second half of Aired Out on this Wednesday night. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you, JD.
About time. I've been wanting to get you in here for a while now, but
yeah,
we pushed it back, and our timing now is literally precision perfect because we're right up against Memorial Day here.
Yep. And the council has got city approval for the parade to be the 30th.
Okay, so the parade is on the 30th.
On the 30th.
In the Granite City of Barrie.
Yep.
All right.
We tried, the council agrees that we try to keep it on the traditional days. So Memorial Day, when Decoration Day was set up, was the 30th.
Yeah.
So we want to keep it the 30th. The city of Barrie was nice enough to let us host it.
Okay.
We'll have a ceremony at the park afterwards.
Okay.
The parade will start at the BOR.
Yeah.
We'll line up there, maybe half an hour or so. And then we'll have the ceremony in the park, probably around 11.
Okay.
We have a guest speaker, Albert Lewis, retired colonel.
Okay.
MC is going to be Mel McKnight from American Legion Post 10.
Sure.
We'll have colors from the VFW, American Legion, Barrie Elks. We have probably some people from the 302 Sons of the Civil War camp.
Wow.
That's what our group is made out of.
Wow.
And then after the ceremony, we'll go back to the Legion for a luncheon. We'll have soup and sandwiches.
Yeah. And the Legion's done that for a long time.
Yeah. They keep talking about it. Some of these older gentlemen and ladies are coming to me and say, "Oh, we've been doing this for something like 30 years."
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't around 30 years.
Right. Some spiffy new flags up and down North Main Street in Barrie. My God, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, they we just put them up Saturday. Last fall, when we were talking about taking them down, we decided that it was time for new flags. The first time around, we had a donation, a drive to buy new flags. We get like 144. And it lasted us 4 years.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then so when we brought them down, we noticed that, Main Street, you don't believe how much traffic's out there. It's quite a bit.
Well, the traffic and dust and dirt blowing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a windy tunnel through there, too.
Yeah. So last year before deer season, before Veterans Day, we decided that we were going to do a drive to replace them.
Yeah.
And so far, we've gotten 130.
Okay.
130 people, or different people and organizations, have donated towards new flags.
Isn't that something else?
Yeah, it's amazing.
The folks that love our country and are so patriotic, they don't hesitate when it comes to something like that.
No, they don't. We got these 78 flags right now up. We got some extra poles because the last couple of years had to cut a few down because they get bent.
Yeah.
Like you said, the wind tunnel.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And then we're gonna buy some more. And with this drive, we got enough that's probably gonna double what we have on Main Street. So we got the new ones on Main Street, and people have donated so much funds that we could probably double up.
Wow. Now, what happens to the old flags, Chuck?
The ones that are ripped and torn, they're gonna have the proper ceremony.
What is that?
It's flag retirement.
Okay.
The Boy Scouts, our local Boy Scouts, Troop 795, 714, they have done several retirements at the Barry Elks. They've done one over the years in the Legion. Last year they did one at the VFW Mackenzie Webster Post 790. And we talked about doing another retirement and probably a little barbecue or something. We haven't got that far yet.
So are the flags? The flags are burned. They're incinerated, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The ones that are ripped and torn, and
Yeah.
the other ones, some people have actually come and asked, what are you going to do with them? We saved the ones that aren't ripped and torn. So if anybody wants to go and, go help out somebody who may need one, we have a stash of them. Well, we plan on handing those out to let people go around with different sites and replace ripped, torn, tattered flags.
Wow. Yeah. There's such a gray area of what's worthy of keeping and what's worthy of retirement.
Yeah. Most of the time you can keep your flags if they're starting to, if you get a thread coming off.
Yeah.
Time to retire it.
Sure.
Because, just as well as I do with the wood, start
right.
blowing, and
Yeah.
they ain't going to take long.
Well, of course. So a little bit about you. First off, what the heck is the chair of the Barre Area Veterans Council? What does that mean? What do you do? I know you're a busy dude,
yeah.
but break it down for me. Let's begin there.
Okay, so the Barre Area Veterans Council composes members of the American Legion, Squadron 10, Sons of the American Legion, Auxiliary Unit 10, members of Vermont, Veterans of Foreign War, Mackenzie Western Post 790, and its auxiliary, Barry Elks, Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks,
Yes.
1535, 302 Sons of the Civil War Camp. Anybody's welcome to join us. We get together. Well, for Memorial Day and the flags, we've been getting together once a week until Memorial Day, and then we'll probably go to once a month or something like that until Veterans Day. Like last year, we had the Boy Scouts Salute to Veterans parade. Luckily, it didn't rain.
Yeah.
And then, was 3 years ago, we had the stand down for homeless veterans.
Yes. Boy, that
We
was
headed
huge.
headed out to auditorium. And I want to put a little plug in here. We helped 44 veterans, homeless veterans, that day. Since then,
One day.
in one day. Since then, in being in contact with family readiness groups and outreach programs and stuff, we've helped another 44 homeless veterans. And by the way, if you're out there and you're listening to this, we still have stuff that we can help. If there was a fire or something bad happens to a veteran and their family, please contact one of those organizations, because we still have stuff upstairs at the VFW that we can help out with. We have some monetary donations we could make. We could help out.
One of the things that I speak so frequently about with Ron Tallman is the fact that so many veterans, let's be honest, they are very tough people. And with that toughness, sometimes there can be a confusion between what is tough and what is pride.
Right.
And if you can get to a point in your life when you can clearly distinguish the difference between the two, and there is a massive difference between the two.
Yeah. Growing up, looking at the flag and stuff, this is what I'm going to have my speech on in Barrytown, which we do. Barrytown does a Memorial Day ceremony the Friday before, and we carry the colors for them, the organization, the area council, and I get to speak again this year. That'd be interesting. But when I coach basketball, the two words I don't want to hear at practice is, I can't. If we looked at the flag and we think of all the veterans, all the people who have sacrificed for this country, what would happen if they said, I can't? We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have the country we have.
That's right.
And I'm going to go out on a little bit of a limb here, but even with all the infighting and going on and people getting upset with each other and politics, sorry, it's still a great country.
Yes, it is.
Still a great country. And my 2 deployments, I'd do them again in a heartbeat.
Where'd you go?
I went to Iraq. Was there when President Bush said the war was over. It wasn't over.
It was not over.
And then went with the Vermont Brigade in 2010 to Afghanistan.
Yeah. Was that the big one, or was it 2008? I'm trying to remember.
2010 was the big one for the state. The whole brigade went, which was huge.
That was huge.
Yeah. That was a lot of people.
You know, there were 2 giant shakeups during my time at Froggy 100.9 doing the morning show. One of them was 9/11, and the other one was that. It was when so many of our Vermont soldiers left. I mean, moms and dads of countless families here in Vermont, right in our backyard.
Yep.
Scary times.
Well, the Iraq one was Task Force Red Leg, and we lost several. No, they were my friends, and comrades.
Yeah.
I still think about them today.
Yeah, I'm sure. But when you back to your point of saying I can't, it's also I can't. Not saying I can't call for help.
Right.
I can't contact the VFW or whoever to ask for some help.
Exactly. When you call, you're going to get a service officer. Right now it's Ron Tallman at the Post 790. I think he's going to help out at Post 10 too. You're going to be talking to another veteran. We've all gone through some form of issues.
Yep. From minor to severe.
If you call and you need to talk to somebody, please just call. Just call. It only takes a few seconds to call and say, hey, look, I need some help. It's that easy. And if we find out that you need more help, we'll get you more help.
Yeah.
Or we'll try. We get a lot of networks through the state VA,
yeah, you do.
the VA, the outreach program up in Burlington. I know Mr. Wing, he's the program director. He used to be an Air Force jockey.
Yeah.
So we pick on each other. You got the place over in Bradford. You got the Veterans Place, Veterans Home. There's plenty of
Northfield, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Down in Northfield. There are plenty of places that you can reach out to and get.
Yeah.
And we've all been, like I said, we've all been through it.
The other thing that we should mention is if you're a veteran and you've never been to the VFW or the American Legion, please make it part of your plan in the next week, if you can, to take it upon yourself to just walk in to either one of these organizations, if not both. You will be welcomed. A little bit of fear for somebody like me, a non-veteran. We could buzz the thing, the door won't open, But listen, they're gonna open the door for you, okay? You don't have to give any ID or fingerprints or anything. They're gonna welcome you with open arms. And
you may get frisked.
Yeah, right. You may get frisked. Let's break down this stigma that the VFW or the American Legion is really something that services older veterans.
Right. It's
so untrue.
No, it's not about the older veterans. Actually, it's kind of funny because when I came back from Iraq, it was my father-in-law who got me to sign up for the VFW. Okay, yeah, I'll join the club. Didn't go there much, and then got talking with Paul Perrault. He works for the state VA,
Great
past
man.
commander.
Great man.
And he says, you need to come down. Okay. When I can. No, you need to come down. And I've been on the House Committee down there. I walk into the Legion. My uncle's there. They're, other than the veteran, other than your immediate family, the family of veterans is there for you.
Yeah, there. Rita
Durgan. She's a family area coordinator or readiness with that family readiness group. And last time I knew, she was up in Berlin. I think she's still there.
Rita and Paul and Ron and yourself, you guys, you've done so much for so many veterans. It's just far beyond what I could even imagine. But even my dad, who is a Korean veteran, was living in North Carolina, and man, I came to you guys and was begging for help for him. He was dealing with some depression and many other issues, and you guys just even out of state, it's in North Carolina, and you guys just grabbed the wheel. You contacted a veterans organization down there.
Yep.
And you got him some health. You talk about a stubborn old boy who doesn't get in the car and walk into an area veterans organization and introduce himself. He's not a social dude.
No.
And you guys got some veterans all the way down in North Carolina, people that you had never even met, to take it upon themselves to get in their car and just show up at his house and extend a hand and have a cup of coffee and make friends. That's a real family right there, man.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what state you're in.
All these organizations, we can reach out. I know, like, the state VA has contact numbers with every state.
Yeah.
The veteran, like you said, the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Yeah.
The Post, American Legion Post.
Sure.
They can go right out to the department. If they can't find the answer, they'll work on it. And
yeah. You guys did work on it, man. You worked hard. You and Rita and Paul and Ron. And I thank you ever so much. That was a few years ago, but something I'll definitely never forget. So show up. Find out what's going on. Watch their yes, they do have Facebook pages.
Yep.
Find out what kinds of activities they have going on. You guys do horseshoe tournaments. You do car washes. You do bake sales. You do spaghetti suppers. You do, and the women, the ladies in there, Sue and the gals.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. And they
Great work.
yeah, and each organization, it's not only about having a good time and tearing up the midnight rug.
Yes.
It's got family events going on and
Sure
all
you
of them.
And you can rent the VFW for private functions, whether it's a wedding or a meeting or a family reunion or a birthday or
Yep.
what have you. And you don't have to be a veteran to be
Yep.
able to rent that expansion, that new expansion, which is only a couple of years old, which is gorgeous, by the way. Nice dance floor, clean, new, super nice.
Yep.
All you have to do is just walk in there and
Yep. Talk to Vicky.
talk to Vicky.
Yep.
And inexpensive and super, super nice.
Yep. And I think you can do that with any of them.
Anything going on this summer that you can put on our radar?
We got Memorial Day.
Yeah.
June 14th will be the Elks is hosting on the Flag Day. That'll be at City Park also. June 7th, the Elks is hosting a golf tournament for Silver Towers.
Oh, yeah.
All the proceeds go to the Silver Towers. Well, of course, we got Heritage Days.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of a low-key summer.
Okay. Disabled American Veterans. You're part of that organization?
Yep.
So what is that? Is that a national
Yep.
organization?
Yep. And we have a chapter. I wonder if I got my card with me. So you don't leave home without it.
Yeah.
Yep, I do. So, the Colonel Donald G. Cook, number 5. I'm a life member. It's something like the Veterans of Foreign Wars, but they're for
Disabled veterans.
Yep.
What do we have here in Vermont for?
We have this
Disabled.
chapter,
Yeah.
and I think it's based out of St. J. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I got this, and I said, yeah.
I meet so many veterans up at my mom's nursing home. And Korean War, Vietnam, World War II are the three. And sometimes I have to tell you, I don't know what to say. And you know, I know Ron Tallman would say, you don't have to say anything other than thank you for your service.
Correct.
But guys like me, there's so much more that we want to say or ask. But we don't often get beyond were you on a boat or were your boots on the ground, and then it just kind of
Right.
it just kind of ends there.
I did when I came back from Afghanistan, my son was still in high school, and the English teacher asked me to come in and speak about the culture and stuff. First question was not the right question.
Did you kill anyone?
Yeah.
Was that the question?
Exactly.
Wow.
And it's like, that's not the right question.
Yeah.
Like Ron said, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Then I would say, would you mind talking about it?
Yeah.
And they'll be honest with you. Somebody comes up to me that I don't know
Yeah.
and asks me if I want to talk about it. No, not really.
Yeah.
And even if they know you, they may not talk to you.
That's right.
I was a World War II veteran and lived out in front of my parents. Really nice guy. And every time I go over there to help him out, down comes Mr. Chambers. And him and I would just shoot the bull.
Yeah. Yeah. Those wars like World War II, with the lack of technology and lack of protective gear and technology that soldiers today are carrying them on themselves from night vision, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So much. And these boys didn't have a lot of that.
Nope.
And I'm just, from a survival standpoint, I'm so curious to know how they survived, how they got through it. And I want to ask, I'm so curious, I'm so curious. I want to ask these questions, how did you get through that? How'd you get through the cold? How'd you get through the heat of the jungle? And I don't know. I've never really been able to get many answers. I would love to be able to get the permission of at least one of those World War II vets up at the nursing home to run a microphone and a camera and speak with them, to be able to bring that interview to the public. But I don't know if it'll happen.
Right. Well, maybe come down the 30th, and there'll be some more World II veterans still there with us, and you can ask their permission.
We're losing them at a remarkable rate.
Yep.
We really are.
Yep, we are. A lot of history that's going to be gone.
It is. Yeah, a lot.
And then everybody says, what my thoughts are on the most important subject in school is history.
Yeah.
It's got to be history. Yes, your grammar can get better with time.
Sure.
Your mathematics, you got calculator and cell phones now, but history, we got to teach ourselves from past mistakes.
That's right.
So we don't do them over again.
So we won't get fooled again.
Right.
Words of Pete Townsend.
Yeah.
Or was it Roger Daltrey? The Who, anyway. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in here. Again, a reminder, a recap on the Memorial Day Parade. This is Chuck Barney, by the way, the chair of the Barre Area Veterans Council. Parade is what date again?
The 30th.
In Barre.
Starting at 10 o'clock. Lineup will be at the BOR.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. If it's inclement weather, which my track record says it's going to be, we won't be in the auditorium this year. We're gonna be in the BOR. They had another function going on in the auditorium.
All right.
And
if you're a veteran, you're welcome to join the parade.
Yes.
Period.
Very much so.
Period.
Yep. And when we get down to the ceremony, if you're facing the youth triumphant, all the veterans are welcome up on the right-hand side. Please come up and join us.
Please, please. Whether you're dressed to the nines or not, please, if you're a veteran, be there, join them. If you're not a veteran, if you're observing the parade as a spectator, please remove your hat when the colors pass in front of you.
Right. Correct.
Excellent. Chuck Barney with
Thank
me.
you, JD.
Yeah, man. Anytime. You guys know, I know you all know this over there, but I'm going to tell you again, you and Rita and Paul and Ron and everyone, if there's ever anything that you folks have that's going on that involves veterans and you need help spreading the word, you have an open invitation to come on this podcast anytime. I will do all I can to make it happen, to get it on. Try to give me as much advance notice as you can. If you can't, I'll squeeze you in because you guys are so, you're near and dear to me, all of you. Thank you for what you've done for my dad, for coming to his home, for meeting him, for just being an all-around great man.
Yeah, I enjoyed the time.
Thanks for your service. Thanks for your friendship.
And thank you, JD.
All right.
Chuck, I didn't get the mic this time.
Chuck Barney. Great guy right here, the chair of the Barre Area Veterans Council, our guest tonight on Aired Out.